make the shift inside, solve your problems. I think first what attracted me was the simplicity, that how easy and simple it is to do it. It meant that I got that my aha moment of, okay, yeah, this is what I was looking for. Aligning with the life purpose. That's where Redikall is really helping me solve it. If I'm exposed to any circumstance or any situation, I see it as a reflection of myself and I look inward. I think that's the strength Redikall has given me.
Okay, hi Tripti. Tell us something about yourself, Tripti.
Hi, I'm Tripti and I live in Singapore. I like to call myself a multi-potentialite. I have a career spanning from life sciences research to social entrepreneurship to public policy, and my current interest is sustainability. And regarding the spiritual practices and my quest for spiritual practices, I would rather say, I have been introduced to a lot of techniques, and I have been meditating for the last 18 years almost.
And how did you get to know about Redikall?
I was introduced to Redikall by my mentor Arati Gupta, who is a family friend and someone who has influenced my life in many ways. So, with my own personal spiritual struggles and questions, she's the one I normally go to, and that's when she introduced me to Redikall, and I took an instant liking to it.
So, what prompted you to learn Redikall?
I would rather say that this has been a very unusual year with the pandemic. And when we have got trapped in our houses, there is a lot of inner churning which is happening. So I have been over years, there were a few questions in my mind which I wanted to be answered for me, and all the techniques I had tried before. Somewhere they do give you answers, but the clarity of thought wasn't there. When Arti mentioned this technique to me, and I think first what attracted me was the simplicity, that how easy and simple it is to do it, and I it kind of bridged the gap of working with your conscious mind to uh, to alter your subconscious mind and make the permanent shift in your thinking. These three sentences actually resonated so much with me, and it meant it meant that I got that my aha moment of, okay, yeah, this is what I was looking for.
Say if you have to describe it in 3 words or 4 words. So, what is Redikall to you?
So make the shift inside, solve your problems. What I felt was like every uncomfortable situation or a situation which is not working for me, I end up using the R5 tool a lot. And I have used it as a practical application, and I've seen that shift. So I feel it's a matter of practice like every other technique, but this is much easier to practice. So I'm hopeful that I will be able to sustain it. So I have used the technique on myself, my husband, my daughter, and my mother. And each one of them have come back with a very positive, especially my daughter, who was having some issues with her class teacher at school, and she has entered the new session and she wasn't comfortable with the teacher. So we discussed about it, and I suggested her, do you want to work on it? And there was a shift in her mind automatically. Like it appeared like magic to me, but the way she was calm was actually magic. And similar thing, I think with my husband, it happened differently. He asked me, "Are you trying to hypnotize me?" Because he was, by the end of it, he was so relaxed and calm and peaceful that he couldn't believe it himself. I said, "That's how I don't know how this is how it is. It works, and it worked." So, and same with my mother, who is an arthritis. she has recently been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So I don't think we reached that level with her, but I asked her, and is she keen to do to try it out? And she suddenly, at the end of the session, she felt the pain was gone. So all these so-called experiments with my family made me believe in it more. On my own self, I have worked on few relationship issues, and at the same time, like very small instances where I lose my temper, I see myself being very calm in those occasions when they come back, like which happen in everyday life. I find myself very calm.
Tripti, we all go through ups and downs in life, It's not that suddenly everything stops for us. There are moments that we continue to go through our ups and downs. And how do you deal with them now? What are the kind of ups and downs you feel are happening in your life? You may not elaborate on them, but you can just give a general idea. And how do you deal with them now?
One thing I felt which Redikall has solved for me is this constant conflict of connection with the material world, and the marrying of the me in this life, and the spirituality I want to achieve. I felt me in being part of a materialistic world cannot achieve it if I keep on pampering myself, or if I keep on indulging in material world. I think that is something I was able to solve for myself through Redikall. And second is aligning with the life purpose, because I that has been now to answer you is that is my biggest search of. I have been doing a lot of things I have done successfully and all that, but now there is a big void in my life, which I felt like a void. But I was doing things constantly. I was not acknowledging it, and it is taking me somewhere, but I didn't have the eye to accept or see it or acknowledge it. Rather, I was constantly in that anxiety of what am I supposed to do? What is my life purpose? What is this? What is my life plan? So I guess that's where Redikall is really helping me solve it. I have been able to see and acknowledge few things. I won't say that it's utmost clear to me right now, but I feel way more peaceful after doing level 1 in this aspect. And I'm looking forward to level 2, because this is my goal, so-called goal for level 2, that I will be able to get more clarity after that. So in terms of relationship with friends, I've been able to see the other side better, because I think one thing which is I constantly tell myself is, this is their story, this is my story, and that has stayed with me after the program. Then second is you are reflecting what you have. So you have to, even if something is bothering you, because say if a friend is ignoring me, so that where is that feeling of ignorance is coming from? So each and every instance in my life forces me to look inwards, and that is my biggest work. I know, like, it can't be solved in 2 months, but I feel comfortable with this whole with the path that Redikall is showing me. Today, if I'm exposed to any circumstance or any situation, I see it as a reflection of myself, and I look inward. I think that's the strength Redikall has given me. And when I most of the time I get that answer, or else I would rather do it as soul's love and leave it. So that anxiety of looking for confusion or anything is not there right now.
So, Tripti, now that you've experienced Redikall and you've seen the shift in your space, if you have to give a message for the future Redikall participants or the students, what would that message be? Everyone watching you, what would you want to say to them?
my first message would be try to experience it. Because I know I had my own doubts in the beginning, that how far will I go with it. And I think during level 1, I immediately decided, and I told Arati as well, that I'm going to do all the levels no matter what. So I think the best, there's nothing to lose. The best way to try is to try it out. And I feel all of us need that stability and that groundness in our lives, which Radical has helped in the most easiest way possible. So it's and also one very important thing about Radical, which I really appreciate and I'm grateful, is the kind of mentorship it provides at all the levels. So I have I have seen Aarti working with me so tirelessly. She was always there to answer the questions, and then she introduced me to another mentor, and then Aatmn is there. Like there are different level of mentors within Radical, which so your questions are always answered. People are always available. I don't think I have ever come across any program which has supported students like this. Like people who are keen to learn can get maximum benefit out of it. See people on the call during level 1, and the confidence which a lot of people spoke about, me included. I spoke about my own personal life in a group where I don't know anyone. So that confidence, which is the safe space which is being created, is amazing. I think that only gives you the hope that people have similar problems and people have worked on it. And I would really like to mention that one of the discourses where a lot of 60 plus females spoke about having pleasures in life. And that was very enlightening to me. And it was an amazing session in a different way. So it was very empowering. So you find